Today, the Phoenix Open is the loudest stop on the PGA Tour. 500,000 fans, a stadium hole that feels more like a college football student section, in a tournament so rowdy it's earned the nickname the People's Major. But this didn't start as a party. In fact, at one point, the Phoenix Open didn't exist at all. So join me in telling the story of how one man, one civic group, and a lot of persistence turned a struggling desert tournament into the biggest spectacle in golf. The Phoenix Open began in 1932 under the title of the Arizona Open, but due to a lack of local support, the tournament was discontinued after the 1935 event. Just like that, gone. No grandstands, no crowds, no future. Until one man decided Phoenix deserved better. The tournament was revived thanks to the energy and vision of Bob Goldwater Sr. An avid golfer, Goldwater pursued his fellow Thunderbirds into running the event. The Thunderbirds are the philanthropic organization that still puts on the waste management every year. The Phoenix Chamber of Commerce selected 5 business leaders and told them we need a group to promote the Valley of the Sun through sport. Locally, the Thunderbirds became well known and well respected. Nationally, most golf fans had no idea who they were. So in 1939, Bob Goldwater's fledgling golf tournament marked the official birth of the Phoenix Open. At first, Goldwater was left doing most of the work. The rest of the Thunderbirds weren't sold yet, so Goldwater did everything. He printed tickets, sold sponsorships, secured the Phoenix Country Club, and, just to sweeten the deal, he invited a few friends to play. Those friends happened to be Bing Crosby, Bob Hope, and Ben Hogan. Yeah, no, casual. I love those early years, Goldwater said. I love looking back on those days with a sense of pride mixed with wonderment. After the success of the 1939 Phoenix Open, the Thunderbirds were officially all in. That 1939 tournament was won by 27-year-old Byron Nelson, who earned $700 for first place. Ben Hogan finished second, 12 strokes back, and collected $450. Then, history intervened. There was no Phoenix Open from 1941 to 1943 due to World War II. But in 1950, the tournament was renamed the Ben Hogan Open, honoring his life-threatening injury and miracle comeback. When Jerry Lukowitz joined the Thunderbirds in 1962, Arnold Palmer had already won his second straight Phoenix Open. Palmer won again in 1963, and in 1964, Jack Nicklaus won. But this was a very different tournament. No enclosed 16th hole, no roaring crowds, no beer-chugging fans, just a few tents and very little buzz. By 1971, Lukowitz was chairing the tournament, and Palmer and Nicklaus were global superstars. The Phoenix Open, barely on their radar. Lukowitz flew to California to pitch the tournament, but Nicklaus didn't bite. He said, and I quote, "I'm not coming there." Palmer's response was a little more polite. "We'll see." After Pebble Beach, Palmer's pilot called Lukowitz. Palmer was coming to Phoenix. No rental car needed, hotel already handled, just one request. Palmer wanted to play in the Pro-Am with Del Webb, Bob Goldwater, and Bob Hope. Lukowitz panicked. The Thunderbirds had been trying and failing to get Bob Hope for years, but Palmer's pilot reassured him, "Don't worry about it. He'll be there Wednesday." Today, more people fit on the 16th hole than attended the entire tournament in the 70s. The move to TPC Scottsdale in 1987 was a risk. The area mostly underdeveloped. "I said, this is ridiculous. No one's going to want to come out here," Lukowitz admitted. Obviously, I was wrong. One of the Thunderbirds members said, "We wondered if people would come, but one objective was to continue the energy beyond golf." Translation, let's make it fun. The tournament had to adapt or disappear again. Then came 1997. Tiger Woods stepped onto the 16th hole and changed everything. The skyboxes around 16, Tiger Woods' hole-in-one made that. At the time, there were tents and spectators standing around, nothing like today's stadium atmosphere. As attention grew, the Thunderbirds built skyboxes that now define the tournament. By 2016, even those weren't enough. The fire marshal said the hole was at capacity. So what do? They went up. 3 decks, 50,000 fans, a full-blown stadium. The closest thing the PGA Tour has to a student section. Waste Management extended its titled sponsorship through 2030. Since 2013, 100% of the tournament waste has been diverted to recycling, composting, or reusable energy. The Phoenix Open now draws more than 500,000 fans every year, the highest attended tournament on the PGA Tour. From near extinction to the loudest stage in golf, all because one tournament learned how to turn energy into tradition. The Phoenix Open didn't become the loudest tournament in golf by accident. It survived because it adapted, because it took risks, because one civic group believed a golf tournament could become more than just golf. From Bob Goldwater printing tickets by hand, to Arnold Palmer saying, "We'll see," to Tiger Woods turning a par 3 into a stadium, the Phoenix Open learned something most tournaments never do. If you give people a reason to care, they will show up. And now, every February, more than 500,000 fans do exactly that. The People's Major didn't just find its identity, it built it.